in the upper right now. In the blue, he is the Danish sensation. On his opponent's map pick, it's MAXPAX. And in the bottom left now in the red, for the Shopify Rebellion, it's Byun. I feel properly rebellious. Absolutely. So when we talk about TVP, certainly if, say, Ryung is going to be a good name to talk about, which I think he is, he will talk about how TVP has been undergoing a meta shift in the last, really, since Katowice, but even more recently than that, where, well, we see things, the Protoss players are getting more aggressive. They're playing kind of like Hero plays in PvZ a little bit. In part, this is because Hero is pushing this idea pretty much across all matchups, but even in PvP to some extent, although it's a little different. But the Protoss players are saying, if we can go and be aggressive, if we can set the pace, maybe go a little bit lower tech, but that's fine. We can go aggressive. If we can set the pace, as we're going to see Byun, he's just going to go for high ground command center. As this probe will go down, and MAXPAX will get in the main base, though. So certainly it is a one-way trip for the man, but he's going to see that, yes, there is a command center on the way. He sees the factory. He sees single gas. So this is really all that MAXPAX wants to know about. Good scout. He's actually going to steal a gas. Don't know. Byun's not really going to be getting a second gas super quickly. He's going to want to knock this down eventually, but it is a 1-on-1, and the natural will go down eventually. So, this style that we were talking about a little bit, no guarantee that MAXPAX is going for, even with a Stargate on the way. This could be Phoenix into Colossus or Phoenix into Charge Lab. We're going to have to see. By doing that, it does mean that the Protoss, they get very aggressive. They keep the Terran back at home. They shut down, by having all these Zealots, they shut down this 3-1-1, this early aggression, as right now, Byun, well, he's getting a starport. So really a non-committal setup. It means that the Protoss can be greedy as hell behind it and eventually get into their tech, but a little bit later. So Waterfall, though, can put a little bit of a kink in those plans because it is just so damn small. The depth shows its way on the other side of the map, and with a couple Marines and a Hellion, it's not going to be all that much. Shades out, goes away. There we go. Yeah, this Phoenix are on the way. Second gate. I'm curious to see where we're going to see MAXPAX's build differentiation here, because right now we're seeing gateways on the natural. That's fine. Kind of want to build a wall when you see Hellions, although the fun story about Hellions, if you see a single Hellion on the map, it's probably not a Hellion build. It's either going to be Widow Mine drops, in this case Cyclones are on the way. So Byun seems to have the read roughly about the tech choice MAXPAX has gone here by getting that Cyclone. That says, okay, it's probably going to be Stargate play. You know, whether it's going to be, really it's for Oracles, but it deals with Phoenix well enough. So I was going to see, yeah, there's going to be a third base on the way, but it's going to block the spot. So we're going to have to see MAXPAX sally forward. He loses a probe for it, but at the end of the day, I mean, it's a probe. It's not that big of a deal. And Byun first part, it's 1-1-1. He's not really committing to additional tech too hard just yet, getting that second Cyclone on the field. Although, as we see him move out here, this may mark something. It's kind of a kitchen sink idea. You build a bunch of Marines, you build Cyclones, you build Vikings, and you just kind of go for, yes, there is a barracks behind this, of course, but you just kind of go for some early aggression, because you know the Phoenixes, the Phoenix Ks, while they're powerful in space control, they don't necessarily do everything that you would want defensively at this stage in the game with all the anti-air that Byun does have. So, well, MAXPAX, he has a Twilight on the way. Eventually, this will be charged, but that's a lot of Marines. And Vikings, they shred Stalkers. Shield Battery is not ready just yet. Certainly, Shield Battery Overture is not going to be a thing. Stalkers migrating backwards as they can. Cyclone, well, it's actually not really going to get much of a lock on, but Byun just says, that's fine. I have the damage anyways. The pylon will go down. This third base, I think, may actually just go down here. We don't have Warpins. It's all supply block. Cyclone's getting lift up there on, well, actually, they're just going to get lifted up, but the Phoenix is starting to go down here. One goes down, second one goes down. Marines target things down as well, and MAXPAX is just not taking the best fight here. Yeah, he lifted the Cyclones, and that's something, but there's no tech on the Stalkers. They can't really fight incredibly well, not with the Vikings, not with the Medevac, or not with the Cyclones here, so another Stalker will die. The Marines continue to rally across, and This scant bit of pressure seems really powerful for Byun in this game. Seems really powerful for Byun. Charges on the way. In fact, we're going to skip Blink because Phoenix were the opener. Third base, at least it stays alive. As the Cyclone will arrive here, Phoenix are looking to dive in, but they are very afraid of doing so without the amount of Marines that are here. So into the third base, Byun will go. Phoenix going to lift, but they're just going to get targeted down. The Cyclone still represents significant threat for the Stalkers to move forward, kill that off. Because, hey, high ground vision is important as Phoenix now out of energy, but the landed Viking is worth a lot. 2 shots probes, 5 workers have gone down. The Marines are still fighting incredibly well. And I think this is eventually going to get cleaned up as Phoenix continue to get built. Stalkers are finally where they need to be, and the Marines have been whittled down to the point where they can be dealt with, but 8 probes go down. 9 probes go down. I think it might have, yeah, 12 total workers have died, 3 Phoenix, 5 Stalkers. For 16 Marines, a couple Cyclones, and a Viking. I think in the balance of things, we can absolutely say that this one is very worthwhile for Byun. His third base is now underway, which is faster than your typical 3-1-1 setup. Got to point that out. He has his third barracks. His combat shield's just about done. Stim just about done. We're going to see some concussive shells eventually. Adding in 4th and 5th barracks after the 3rd CC goes down. Yeah, Byun's army supply is, well, actually, it's pretty good compared to what MAXPAX has. It's not massive, but we'll allow him to fight. So I think overall, we can just say that Byun comes out ahead in this engagement, or in this prolonged engagement. As I'm curious, we didn't hit it we didn't hit it early enough. But for now, the Phoenix sharking around, but there are missile turrets in the mineral line, so the Phoenix don't represent a ton of damage here. Missile turrets, they kill things pretty decently quickly as MAXPAX setting himself up to make sure he doesn't get dropped elsewhere. Pylons all over the map, and this is something MAXPAX actually tends to be very, very good at, establishing vision, establishing map control. And one thing that Pig certainly talks about a lot is how good MAXPAX is at coming back into games. Because right now, look at resources lost. He's down about 600, but I think more importantly, how much he's down by is what he lost. And we're going to take a look at this again as these Zealots will die. They're going to try to run, but can't run that fast. It's 12 probes. It was 5 Stalkers. There was so much early game power that meant MAXPAX had to commit so much more to defending. But now Byun active on the map once again. Did I see a Templar Archives? I did, but we don't have Storm. It's just a lot of charge loss. Not even Archons. Well, there's 1. That's not really a lot. So MAXPAX going to try to take this fight before his opponent sees up on top. And we're going to see Widowmines, well, drags maybe, but Widowmine shots on the backside are just massive here. And now Byun up about 20 army supplies. Going to have to run back. Zealot's actually in his third base, causing a little bit of problems. Zealots in the natural will be dealt with by the rally. But Byun feels the need to back up. You know, despite the Widowmine shots that he got, it wasn't quite good enough. Zealot's finding a little bit of damage into the third, but not a ton. And while Byun's army supply is up somewhat significantly, we don't really see him moving into the next stage of things. Not just yet. More Widowmine, sure. More Marines, more Marauders. But no +1 armor. No +2 attack. No armory. But it goes to Academy. So I wonder if he pulls SCVs with this. Eventually, I think the answer is going to be no. If MAXPAX is able to buy enough time, you would think Storm would be very good there. But it looks like MAXPAX saying, no, I just want the Templar Archive for my Archons, for this Charge Lot Archon mid-game composition. But behind that, well, I'm going to have double Robo. I'm going to have a Robo Bay. I would think Disruptors at this point, but without Blink, it actually probably more likely to be Colossus play. And MAXPAX, well, he's just maintaining vision of where his opponent's army is. Sensor Tower doing the same thing for Byun, by the way. It gives him, with how small Waterfall is, the Sensor Tower gives Byun like 80% of the map with a single one. It's kind of insane. And yes, 80% is hyperbole. Please forgive me, folks. As this 5th base will get canceled by MAXPAX, but he is solidly mining off the 4th. So really, it's not horrendous so long as he's able to make this hold happen. Zealous run forward. A couple of them will fall. +2 attack is going to be done pretty soon. And there we go. Colossus will be on the way, but Extended Thermal Lance not getting reached. There's good force fields here to start. A couple Marauders will go down. Zealous around the right side. Widowmine shots actually don't get the best shots, but EMPs are still rather nice indeed. Yeah, there we go. 1 Widowmine remains, but good pickup there for MAXPAX. We'll be able to knock that down. And now Extended Thermal Lance on the way. Colossus joining the fray, and MAXPAX, he's up a base. He's up 7 workers. He's going to have that 5th base on the way, maybe on the north side soon enough. And he's getting to the next level of tech. Byun, I've called him out on this before. He does not like to build Vikings. I mean, we saw him build Vikings in the early game, but he doesn't like to build Vikings as a solution to Colossus play. He says, trust me, I can deal with this with my bio, with my ghosts, with my splits. As it looks like this drop on the north side will be able to cancel the 5th base once again. As the Zealots on the other side, they're not targeting properly, so they're only going to get 2 SCVs. But I wonder now, as it is still only about a 20 supply deficit, beyond the scans that the fact that there are Colossus on the field. Only 2 of them, though. Not critical mass just yet. MAXPAX opts in the fight on the right side here. Byun through the middle of the map here. MAXPAX can't really take the fight too quickly. EMP's on the 3rd Colossus to pop out. He's going to run backwards. Shield battery is there. Don't even need overcharge just yet. Snipes go down on top of all of these Zealots. Archon's looking to move forward, tanking as much as they can, but well, bonus damage to shields is a nice, powerful thing indeed. The Colossus is microing backwards, but Byun's been able to rotate, or MAXPAX, excuse me, has been able to rotate on over here. Both fights not working out for Byun. Yeah, he gets a Colossus, but that is not really, I don't think it's not going to be enough. The army supplies are starting to equalize even better, and look at this. MAXPAX, he loses a bit of his economy, but still, he can build 4 probes at a time. He wipes out so much of Byun's army that I would say that is worthwhile, but this stimmed army on the right side, it's orange, it's red, but it does get a little bit more. It does find that value. As the Widow Mines is not dealt with just yet. Do we have any observers? Okay, there we go. So MAXPAX, he's on 4 bases. He will scout out, of course, the fact that Byun does want to go for that 4th. MAXPAX, really for the majority of this game. Oh. Sorry about that. I forgot this was an old profile that still has numpad as hotkeys, and I hit the wrong button. Anyways, MAXPAX has been ahead pretty much in economy for the majority of this game. As missile turret in the middle of the map is nice. It's something to deal with a Colossus pressure. But now that 3 Colossus are out, we can't expect to see disruptor plays going in Byun, especially when he's cross server like this. He loves to go try to dive in on something that maybe he shouldn't. Tries to go dive in on disruptors that he probably should not do so. And I love this for MAXPAX. Adding in that 4th Colossus, when you have a player like Byun who kind of refuses to build Vikings. He's building some now, but it feels like it's just a little bit too little too late. MAXPAX on the high ground. He's up in army supply. It's a hard position to fight into, though. You don't have that. You have to go around the side, and that really does open you up to some flanks. So looks like Zealots on the north side. They're going to try to wander around, maybe unlock a position here. EMP goes off. Yeah, it looks like actually that was a great EMP on the majority of this army. MAXPAX is now maxed out. With 4 Colossus here, he shreds a whole hell of a lot of stuff. Zealots into the 3rd base, looking to draw some of Byun's army back, and at least the Colossus right now sitting on the edge of things, killing Marauders, killing Widow Mines. I don't really know what Byun intends to do with that one. I mean, EMPs are nice. Widow Mine goes off, but only on a single Zealot. Byun just starting to fall down, supply further and further and further. More and more Archons hitting the fray. The Widow Mine count, it's now at 3. It was at 7. MAXPAX is a little bit scary for him to go and attack into the other side of the map here. It's still spooky. Attacking into one of these bases, especially the planetary, just feels so hard. As the Vikings now going to get some shots off, but between the Stalkers and the Phoenix, I mean, the Viking count is just never, it's not going to be high enough for quite a while. So, well, MAXPAX continues to trade just a little bit. The question, though, is when does he pull the trigger? Actually, when does MAXPAX pull the trigger? And there we go. He does, but the force fields are so nice. Byun trying to take this fight, not able to do so. Colossus firing strong, 1 low, but not low enough. EMPs on the army once again. Destructor shot! Oh my! Finding its way all the way through, but MAXPAX got to back up now. The Vikings start to fight a little bit stronger. All the Phoenix are dead. The Stalkers, they got to kite backwards here. Hot pickup on the wounded Colossus. Fighting a backwards battle, a retreating battle. 2 Colossus will fall. Zealots running forward. There are even SCVs in this army because Byun is on do or die. It feels like even if Byun takes this fight, he's just not going to have enough. 2 Colossus still remain. More and more Zealots warp in. MAXPAX looking so good. SCV is pulled onto the other side of the map because why not? But for the first time in a while, MAXPAX opening up a significant supply lead in this game. SCVs all over the place. They're going on a nice scenic holiday, folks. Waterfall is a beautiful map. So the SCVs say, you know, before our deaths, we're going to pop a bucket list. We're going to go all around, north, south, east, west. We're going to explore the verdant waterfalls and the happy bogs and plains of Waterfall. It's great. It's going to be nice. As that War Prism will die. Zealous now looking to charge in big Widow Mine shots, actually. And these Colossus are both very, very low. Not only are they both low, the disruptor count for MAXPAX is not incredible here. He's trying to take a forward base. Army runs forward. That disruptor shot getting, or disruptor, excuse me, getting very, very low. How does Byun get a 5th? That's the question we need to be asking ourselves right now. Ooh, good Widowmine shots on a lot of stuff. Disruptors, though, going to deal with the rest of these. We hope Disruptors 2 goes out. Oh, almost getting the back line, but Byun had just enough Marauders to target it down. But again, I'm just really worried about Byun's ability to progress in this game. Right now, his army is fine, especially with EMPs and Widowmine shots like that. But he's only on 4 bases. And we got to assume he's going to be mining out soon enough. That 3rd base is only 4, well, I guess only 6 mineral patches, but some of them are getting very, very low. We see this 5th base is going to be a little bit heavier muled, but even still. 5th base is really the only really healthy base that Byun does have. And disruptor shots on the right side. Byun with the splits, they're going to be good, but they're not going to be great. Again, the shots, oh, on the back line, that's what he wants. But fighting into a planetary is still scary, and the disruptors die. Not enough anti-air to deal with the Vikings. So, or excuse me, the Colossus go down. Not enough anti-air to deal with the Vikings. As DTs on the left side, they continue to ravage the economy of Byun. But at 17 minutes in, Byun's main base, it is mined out. His natural getting pretty close to that one as well. So he needs a 5th. What a mine on the right side. Zealous move forward. Byun, oh, he dodges it just barely. Look at this target fire, but the disruption on the backside. There we go. Byun just staying a little bit too long. This is on, no, this is on MAXPAX's server, excuse me. We're on US Central right now. We'll be on West, the next map. This is Byun's map pick, though. So, Byun playing on an A. He does love to dive on his disruptors. His read assumes 0 ping, I think. So we will often see him almost snipe disruptors, then lose a significant chunk of army. As we kind of see happening here. Zealous now looking to run in once again. Disruptor on the right side, just zoning the army out from Byun as he looks for that miracle fight to bring himself back into this game, but I don't think he's going to find it anymore. Army supplies, though, they're still pretty healthy. We got to remember, though, 8 of that, 10 of that is going to be the Vikings, and yeah, it's just not going to be enough. MAXPAX, someone in chat asked if he can make the comeback. I think he can. Game 1 goes the way of MAXPAX. But look at this build we got from Byun here. Concussive shells are on the way. And the whole point of this is something that we started to see Gumiho do. When Gumiho came back from the military, he did it a lot, and he kind of stopped doing it a little bit. But the goal is to catch the first unit on the other side of the map, say an Adept. But with the Adept like this, well, it's just going to shade in and shade out. SCV is pulled away for a brief moment, but is not going to be able to catch. So now we're going to see the Marauders, the Marine, run across the map, maybe try to catch a Stalker or something. But it's more Adepts on the way from MAXPAX here. Now, Adepts are a dual-edged sword because they're 2 on the other side of the map right now. Should be able to delay this command. Well, actually, I'm sorry, the command center is done. Maybe get an SCV. Adepts are a double-edged sword because on the one hand, they don't really die to Marauders super easily. On the other hand, they don't kill Marauders super easily either. As the Marauders on the other side will force the recall here. Shield Battery is going to get knocked down. There's no saving that one. So now Marauders, I mean, they're going to show up here. Adepts trying to move forward. Again, we don't see them kill anything. The Marauders will eventually knock this down. 1 Adept will fall. Probes are now going to get pulled here. Byun is doing a great job with this micro. He's getting 2 workers. He's going to get 3. And the first Marauder is not even dead. He's going to get 4 here, and I think he gets 5. Yeah, Byun's not even really... Oh, well, okay, Byun. Missed micro there, but he's going to get it. Byun is not worried about killing these Adepts anymore. But he gets 5 probes. He gets an Adept. And that is absolutely worth doing. Works out fantastic for MAXPAX. And also, he forced the Adept pressure to run back home. And he forced the recall. He killed... also, he got shield battery. So really, in general, Byun finding a lot of value, but also he had to get a lot of value in the last one. Splits are... well, doesn't matter. Adepts are dead. But here's some pressure here for MAXPAX. And how many scans do we have from Byun right now? He's got 1 in the natural, just about none. He's got 1 scan. But missile turrets... what did Byun scout? He saw the robo, and that was enough to tell him what was what. That is actually a significant read right there. So Missile turret about halfway done in the natural, in the main base as well. So we're going to see DTs get dropped off. But this first scan will be enough to shoo them away. And then there's a missile turret there. So, well, especially with the Marauders as well, concussive shells means this DT is dead into the main base. Well, it's going to go. Widow Mines, they just ran across the map, folks. They didn't even say, yeah, I need to go and we need to get dropped in. No, they just get, well, actually, wait, no, sorry. Yeah, no, they got dropped. I'm sorry. But they will run their way back home here as 7 SCVs have died despite the double missile turrets. Despite the read that Byun had there, it's not enough. And MAXPAX gets back all the damage he took in the other side of the map and more so. Yeah, he lost a couple probes to the Widowmine drop, but we're gonna have to see if this gets a little bit more because dropping the main base right here. Probe pull looks like it's gonna be good. That last one's a little bit sketch, but it should be fine here. Widowmine's actually picked up and they're gonna run away. They're gonna try to find more value later on. But into the natural, they will go again. Probe pull is nice. It's a little bit sloppier this time. I mean, not really. Beyond where MAXPAX was just waiting to see where the tracers would go. There we go. Shot goes off. Stalkers kill it, and I mean, really, 1 for 1 is pretty fine. That's kind of what you're expecting as a high-level Protoss player. Probe pull once again. This one looks like Byun could have gotten a little more there, I think. As MAXPAX had them split 2 by 2 instead of 1 by 1, but even still, he's denying a lot of mining. By forcing the probe splits over and over again, he is denying a significant amount of mining in this push that he's got onto the other side of the map with 1 tank, with a bunch of Marines, Marauder with Stim. It may be scary. We're going to have to see. This is live, Batosai. Live and in living colors. Drop's going to find its way into the third base here, but there's really not a lot mining, and there we go. The medevac does fall, but in the front, oh, that's going to be dead Immortal. Yep, there we go. So you want that Immortal to make sure the tank is not as powerful as it would like to be. Now tank's sieging up here, knocking down that pylon. Marauders don't quite have the range, and shield battery overcharge is pretty damn nice, so Byun's going to have to back up just a little bit as he waits for his reinforcements to arrive. A second tank, I think some Widowmine or some medevacs their way onto the other side of the map as well, but there's a Colossus here. And Marines do not fight Colossus rather well. 3 tanks do very well. But single tanks like this, it's not really going to be all that great. Charge is now done, but Byun streams forward, tries to get as much as he can. He gets big shots there on the sentries. But not enough. Byun MAXPAX, yes. And then Solar Hero later on. Byun does not get the damage that he was looking for from that. He traded army for army. He got a shield battery. That was really about it. And now, what is this? DTs? No, Zealots. Shardlots are going to try to find their way into the main base once again. But hey, the War Prism's a bit awkward, bit exposed. It's going to take some damage and has to run back home. But it's going to scout that there's a third base on the way here for Byun. Now, MAXPAX does not really have the time to go and warp a Zealot in to delay. It started at 8 Eastern, Matt in the Crown. It did start at 8. As the Vikings will find the War Prism. Yeah, I just need to figure out what's going to happen because I'm on this stream and then I'm going to be doing EPT Korea on my stream. So going to be a little bit convoluted. We will make it work as Byun knocks the probe down, denies the prospective 4th base for MAXPAX. So 1-1 just about done here for Byun. He's actually going to have a really powerful time where he has 2 upgrades and his opponent does not have any. Stalker's trying to target the medevacs down. They're not successful there. And there we go. The shield battery overcharge. It had to get popped, but it is going down very, very quickly. Indeed, not a lot of charge lots either. Last the Stalkers are dead because that gives Byun an egress. Stalkers try to move forward. They do get the low medevac. The healthier medevac, though, is going to survive a little bit further. As Byun into the high ground, he will go. That's going to be maybe a dead Archon, but actually not quite. A couple probes do continue to fall, though. Byun finding value on multiple locations, denying the 4th base of MAXPAX once again. So again, MAXPAX here is looking for that fourth base. Zeld's going to try to get on top of these tanks. They do charge forward, but there's still tanks right there. They're fighting damn strong here. Byun. Oh, he's going to knock down some, but is it going to be enough? One Colossus. Oh, it's not even going to go down. Hot pickup micro right there. And now the bio is dead. It looked good for Byun, but it looked even better for MAXPAX. I was all excited. I'm like, wow, Byun's really taking this fight. The MAXPAX says, hold my beer. I'm just better. Byun, though, he still is on 3 bases. He's on 14 more workers than, or 15 more workers than MAXPAX is. So his economy going like gangbusters. MAXPAX feels like he has to get something done, but he is up 20 army supply at the expense of that economy. And with all the tanks going down, it's not like there's a ton of defensive utility for Byun in this army whatsoever. Stalker's now going to blink forward. Zealot's running in as well. EMPs are going to be nice, but these Colossus on the backside, there's nothing that can reach them. No Vikings, really. No tanks, absolutely not. The wall is working against Byun here. In fact, his +2 will be denied incredibly quickly. He's not going to get supply blocked just yet, but he just lost a lot of supply depots as well. SCVs are going to have to get pulled to keep this one alive. We're going to have to see whether Byun can take the fight that he needs. Now SCVs are going to get pulled. Command center is lifted. Everything on this hold here from Byun, and it looks like it will not work out for him, at least not yet. SCVs brought back to mining, 8 down, and MAXPAX, he wedges himself in even further. Now the orbital under threat. SCVs running back, and we're going to have to see whether Byun can pull the trigger. Round 2, electric boogaloo, but MAXPAX staying safe, running back into the choke here, looking for what he can. The SCVs, they're caught behind everything. They're not soaking any damn thing. And the Colossus, oh, they're so low. They're so freaking low, but the micro from MAXPAX is insane. And he goes up 2. It's 2-0. So where do we go? Inside and out. Byun's gone for early aggression 2 games in a row. It has not really worked. Oh, okay. That's not fair. It's worked out for him, but it has not mattered anyways because MAXPAX has just dragged the game on another 10 minutes and forces Byun into fights where Byun's over-aggression bites him in the butt. And then we get to these scenarios where it's like, well, yeah, Byun, you got 7 workers early, but not enough. And MAXPAX really has actually done a great job of finding the counter damage. So previous game, Marauders got 5 probes, got an adept. Great, well done. I mean, that's great early game damage. MAXPAX says, hi, I have DTs. I'm gonna go kill, what was it? I think 12 SCVs 2 minutes later, or like 30 seconds later. I'm sorry, did someone just donate $100 to the Match Arena page? Ah, yes. Matcherino, thank you so much for donating to your own event. I do appreciate that. Thank you so much. I don't know whether that is technically part of their default prize pool or not, but anyway, we're now up to $106. Or I don't know whether that is part of the $350 prize pool or not, but Matcherino's awesome. So MAXPAX, he says, I want to go a little bit more aggressive in this game. Number 3. So we got gateway at home, gateway abroad. Actually, well, he's going up to a 3rd gateway here. So lots of pressure early on, keeping Byun's main base or natural in his main base for a good while longer. And we're going to have to see just how much this is going to be worth, because MAXPAX is delaying a lot of, he's delaying his 3rd base by doing this. He's delaying his tech by doing this. So if he's able to keep Byun on 1 base, if he's able to pare down Byun's army, if he may be able to get some SCVs, it's going to be great for him. If Byun is able to take minimal damage, is he going to be able to take his natural as quick as he would like? Look at this scout MAXPAX has. He's going to cancel the Adept Shade, of course, but scouting in the main base there, he saw the 1-1-1, he saw the add-ons where he saw the natural on the way. He's got to be tickled pink. This is a great setup for him. His 3 stalkers now are warping in. We're going to have to see just how much MAXPAX gets done with this. He's got 4 stalkers here. And what is that, a 2nd adept? Or no, he's got 5 stalkers. There is a very little splash. Yeah, we got some Widow Mines. Fine. You sacrifice an adept for that one. It's okay. SCVs, well, 4 of them go down immediately. The natural, we talked about keeping it on the natural, is now going to find its way back into the main base. Drop is going to find its way on the other side of the map, but MAXPAX already warping in stalkers here. Now, of course, the 5 stalkers, they don't really want to go high ground. super quickly. And that's actually what the Adept Shade is for. It's to provide vision of those Marines so the Stalkers can get more hot shots off. Blink, of course, is halfway done. And every time the Stalkers or the Marines move on the low ground, or even if they're on the high ground because the Adepts are here, well, we're going to have to see. Hold that thought 1 second. Widowmine drops into the main base. MAXPAX is not reacting. Notice Byun, he was... Oh, it's so smart. But wait. Okay, we're good. That was terrifying. I saw the club was all clumped up, and it looked like MAXPAX was just about to lose the game from a winning position. But only 3 probes do go down. Still, MAXPAX denying the natural. Stalkers moving to the main. This is a great opener for MAXPAX. Once again, he's up seven workers, but the big deal is the fact that he's on 2 bases versus functionally 1. Byun cannot move his orbital onto the natural. We're gonna have to see how much damage this Banshee gets, because there is no robo. There is actually nothing to detect anything on the map whatsoever. So this Banshee represents a lot of values. 3 more workers will go down. MAXPAX not quite perfect with his splits. The Stalkers warp in the natural, but Cloak is done, folks. There is no detection here. So this Banshee play from Byun is nothing short of brilliant. There's nothing for MAXPAX to do about it. So probes are going to get pulled back and forth, and the only limit on how many probes die, well, it's just how much energy the Banshee has, because there's not even shield batteries in the mineral lines. Stalkers on the main base, they're going to try to find some counter damage here, and MAXPAX said, well, if you got all that tech on the other side of the map, surely I'm going to be able to find something on this side as the tank will go down. Marines continue to die here as well. Now Banshee's trying to pick away at the Stalkers. A detection is ready now, at least very, very soon. Stalkers running away once again. 8 SCVs go down. MAXPAX and Byun on even economy here. But Byun still, he only has 1 base properly mining. Now Banshees, of course, even with shield battery, it would not matter. And the rest of the Banshees, they're dead. 31 probes have died this game. The question now is whether there is counter damage. Question is, ooh, those probes were pulled far, far away. So even as Byun has a 3-worker lead, it's even more. What is that, like 6 probes that remain arted out of the natural? The income advantage is rather stark, and it's going to be even starker for Byun, but he still can't mine out of his natural. Not really. I mean, he's going to have to, he should have enough army here, but as more Stalkers arrive, maybe that answers no. This game, well, folks, we're playing on the North American server, and I think that has started to infect the players a little bit. But Stalkers blinking the high ground where there is no... Oh, he's going to get stim. That is massive. That's going to slow down Byun so much here. So stim goes down. Banshee looks to try to find his way in the natural. Oh, he just blinks on top of the tank. I don't know about this one here, MAXPAX. That's a lot of bio still remaining, but MAXPAX, he says, it's fine. All my Stalkers have enough shields. He's just got to run away, though. Got to be able to blink back on the low ground. He will be able to do so. Looks like Banshee finds minimal value. No value on the other side, but the natural is now taken, at least briefly. Scan goes down in the observer, denies the high ground vision there for MAXPAX. Now the bunker under threat. Just a little bit tank on the high ground, though. MAXPAX got to be very careful about that when these Stalkers getting so low. Bunker's dead, though. What the hell is this game? Like, seriously, what the hell is this game? I love it. You know, folks, if anyone watches MMA... Oh, yeah, there we go. Take advantage of the blink on the other side. The in close range, as again, the natural will find a significant threat. The tank's not denying the... Well, I mean, the tank's just not denying the position. MAXPAX, he's just going to stick on this, target it down, maybe. But, ooh, tank, he gets a little bit too far forward. Command center will not fall, but a couple more SCVs die. And, well, that Stalker says, oh, wait for me, and we're fine. Folks, I swear the fact that we're playing on NA has just infected these players. This game is bonkers. But of course, when you're playing a game of StarCraft, especially when the game's going weird, go Dark Shrine. Especially because you can assume is tank's getting some good damage, but again, he's gonna get stim for a second time. That is illegal. MAXPAX, that's not okay. You deserve to be in prison for this. This is just unacceptable here. The tank positioning is good enough at this point where it feels like Byun is probably not going to lose a base again. And MAXPAX is only on 2 bases, not 3. So from that perspective, I mean, MAXPAX is kind of on a 2-base all-in, but so too is Byun. And the concept of him getting a 3rd base here. Stalkers on the high ground, they're getting a 1 tank, they're going to get a 2nd, they back up. And when we talked about this base being safe, with only 1 tank now, I'm not necessarily so sure. I guess, especially with how damn delayed stim is. But DT's in the main base. Missile turret's already here. Well done by Byun. He's had missile turrets where they needed to be pretty much every game. As the scan goes off, the tank does not die. Stalk is playing on top. They say, well, that's fine. We'll kill it anyways. But he gets another shot off because the SCV repair is very, very nice. But now Byun losing supply depots, but he's still fine. Not going to get supply blocked. And finally, third base on the way for MAXPAX. Finally, we have a Robo Bay. Finally, the tech is advancing. I mean, look at resources lost. It's dead even. It's dead even. Eco has been roughly dead even. I don't know that I see this game necessarily ending anytime soon, which is crazy. We're 10 minutes in. Both players are on 2 base all-ins. But, you know, that's just how StarCraft happens sometimes. So the mid base, they will go once again. This time, Stim's not going to get delayed, but Combat Shields is. So, hey, there we go. Not quite as high value of an upgrade, but even still. +1 will be done before Combat Shields and Stim. Okay, but now the third base is complete. MAXPAX has Colossus on the way, charged 2/3 of the way done. But Byun's got his third base on the way as well. Not quite as problematic of a third base to third base timing as I kind of thought we were going to see. By the way, if someone does not submit this to the game of the week or clip of the week in SC Today, what are you even doing? Let's talk now. They got to run backwards because the army of Byun is really powerful now. Certainly against this all gateway army. No upgrades here. It's +1's on the way, but it's not ready just yet. MAXPAX trying to blink and fight, run away. And his army supply is okay. And with charge done, it's actually probably going to be just fine. We have 1 Colossus on the field. Second one joining the fray. Extended thermal lance will be done soon. And I'm kind of disappointed that Gateway does not block the third base from landing. But that Gateway will go down. So now MAXPAX, he's on 6 gates. He probably wants to go up to 8. But for now, there we go. Or he wants to stay on 7 gates, I guess. For now, MAXPAX moving out on the map once again. Supplies are equal. Upgrades are not, though. +1 to +0. MAXPAX's +1 is done soon enough. Extended thermal lance is done soon enough. But he wants pressure. He wants blood. He smells the opportunities. Another Archon. Well, he's going to warp in an Archon from those DTs. But this drop from Byun, it ran in, ran out. Weird, but I guess he's unloaded. He's going to look to stim in. I don't know that he can do that, though. Really, this is a problem. This push from MAXPAX with 2 Colossus is powerful. SCV is going to get pulled off the line, but Byun on the other side of the map, he is going to commit this drop. He's going to deny the third base mining from MAXPAX and going up the high ground against the Terran is so hard, but there's only 1 tank here. Zealous, they run forward with this +1 timing before the armor is done from Byun. Colossus are so damn strong, but the SCVs are going to get pulled once again. Damage for both players with the Archons. They're taking so much here on the front lines. MAXPAX doing what he can. 35 SCVs are dead. The Colossus are still standing strong. MAXPAX, he's up 3 now. So, I think we're going to see something a little bit more standard. Of course, Stargazers is a map that is very good for Terrans. Strictly because of what we're about to go see Byun do soon enough. You can get a incredibly safe command center right here. And of course, technically any race can expand here. But the thing is, you drop the command center right here. You can mine these minerals pretty much at, it's like 90% efficiency while getting your orbital. And then you really don't have to long distance mine the 4 trips that are required to knock these minerals out. Whereas any other race does have to long distance mine, so it is just super Terran favored with how it is set up. Which is why it surprises me so much that MAXPAX chose this map. This was his map pick. But it may have been a thing where it says, you know, I'm going to probably have to play Stargazers anyways. I might as well play it when I have server advantage. I don't know. I mean, unironically, the idea of mining them with 8 probes, or 4 probes, actually, right? It's 20 minerals, 5 minerals, yeah, with 4 probes, and then recalling back to the main isn't the worst idea I've ever heard, but I feel like Chrono, you want Chrono more anyways, or shield battery overcharge. Oh, Kabuki, you're right, yeah. No, MAXPAX, this is a Terran map, and it's Byun's server, too. I'm really not sure why he picked the map then. as the Reaper in the main base is causing a little bit of consternation, but really the Adept should be fine for the most part. And actually, oh, the Reaper's going to get out. Okay, MAXPAX not quite having what he needs, and we will see the natural go down as well. And it's just going to be a blink opener for MAXPAX. We talked about standard play. That makes sense for two reasons. First of all, I mean, how many gates are we at? Yeah, so 4 gate. I was going to say 2-3 gate expand is very standard in general and on this map because of how good blink is in general. You can find more value, but it's 4 gate blink, folks. So we're going to see MAXPAX try to abuse the fact that outside of the base is almost faster to rotate than it is to rotate inside the base, and the Xel'Naga gives high ground vision. So both of these things together do mean that, well, 4 gate or any sort of blink pressure can be really, really powerful. Dropping the main base, though, MAXPAX, he's kind of got the pull. This one looks a little bit sketchy here, and he gets 5 probes. The number's 3, or the number's 2 is what you want. You want to effectively lose 1 probe per Widowmine. So MAXPAX losing a little bit more than he would have expected, than he would have liked. And this pressure that Byun's putting on is just, it's nice. It's finding value. So MAXPAX going onto the map here, try to recoup some of the losses that he had, because notice he's down a worker on Byun. Normally when you go 4 gate like this, you do want to be around 42 workers, something like that. Full 2 base saturation, but only 2 gas. But MAXPAX a little bit below that right now. So we're gonna have to see how much value he can find. Looks like his first site of aggression is gonna be into the main base through the forward natural. We have 1 tank here defensively, a couple Marines. Let's take a look at the tank range. There's definitely a spot MAXPAX can blink in where the tank cannot hit. We're going to see him do that right now. But, he's going to have to run in. Tank shot 1, tank shot 2. Gets the tank. And, well, now the auto turret will go down. But the Stalkers are doing a nice job here microing backward. In fact, SCVs are going to have to get pulled. MAXPAX taking advantage of the fact that he effectively has double blink. But what am mines on the other side? 6 probes go down. MAXPAX showing the first really flaw. They're showing the lack of multitasking maybe that he's shown in this series. He loses 6 more probes, and that means he did not get enough value whatsoever. He's going to have to get so much more. So we're going to see Stalkers, I think, blink into this base. So the tank will go down. It's going to get 2 shots, as some Stalkers will fall. But Stalkers in the main base once again, but the Marines are already there. MAXPAX really trying to out-multitask Byun here, but Byun says, no. My multitasking is insane. Stop it. Don't do it. Get some help. This pressure from MAXPAX has been extremely ineffective. As the Stalkers on the high ground, they will go. But yeah, the tank is there, and they don't want to. With the Marauder with the tank, they really don't want it to. I mean, a bunch of Stalkers would have died from that aggression. So MAXPAX, despite 4 gate, he has gotten no value. He's got a Dark Shrine on the way. He's got charge. He's got additional gateways. The world is Byun's oyster at this point. Stalkers trying to find the way in the natural. They will get that tank, and they're going to have to blink backwards. But a couple Stalkers did die, make it a lot, actually. What is that? Well, 4 Stalkers for a tank is not horrible, but it's not great either. It's hell swap into the main base. But again, there's no charge, so chargeless Zealots are not great. Raven auto turret on the other side of the map. It gets a couple probes. So it gets a little more. MAXPAX is not pulling his probes. MAXPAX, you're reacting to this, but you got to... Again, pull the probes. We're going to have a recall back home, but an auto turret in the natural. And I hate to put it like this. I don't know what MAXPAX is supposed to do at this point. I feel like the pressure that Byun eventually puts on is just going to kill him. It's 52 SCVs plus mules to 36 probes. And I've seen MAXPAX come back from a lot of things. But... there is an upper limit, and I feel like we're starting to approach it. Oh, well, that's nice. What was in that? So a medevac, which sounds like a bunch of the full medevac that was right about to go across the map, gets targeted down. The tank goes down here as well. Only, 3 Zealots die, but still you get a tank, and now Stalkers in the main base looking for maybe a little bit more, but tank gets big shots, and, well, MAXPAX will blink out before it gets the second, but getting that medevac was a really nice little bit of luck, really serendipity. But Byun continues to expand his position on the map. MAXPAX, he's got a third base. He's able to mine from it, kind of. We see auto turret harass on the other side, but this time MAXPAX, he's going to lose a probe, but he will be able to pull off a little bit more. This Raven has killed, he's killed 8 probes. 7 probes, okay. Starting on the front side with Marauders and Marines here stimmed off. It's really not all that great. On the other side, Zealots, they move in. I think the Warp Prism died. Yeah, it kind of did. Zealots running forward, but the tank's the high ground. They say you don't get to do that. Not really. MAXPAX in the mineral line, but he's not finding value. Just, it's a 40 supply lead. Yeah. MAXPAX is dead. Byun takes the first game in the series. He's up, he goes to 3-1, 1-3. Last game, we saw MAXPAX do something. Well, I don't know that it's 100% standard, right? It is a 4-gate blink, but on that map it feels standard enough. But he's put the fear of God into Byun in this series. Byun has been opened up high ground command center pretty much every game, certainly after that game on Inside Now, which was a bonkers game. You should go back and watch it if you have not been able to do so, if you didn't see it live. Now, of course, this does mean that it's also harder for MAXPAX to scout. He can't see what the tech is, really. It's all behind that wall. But for now, MAXPAX active on the map here. Twilight opener from him, so no Stargate play. We saw him do that in game 1. It looked very good, but he maybe says, well, you know, the ramp or the cliff on Data C is big enough that I like it for Stalker play. So Stalker Zealot, they're going to show up, look for as much scout as they can, but also to find as much value as they can. They're going to be forced back, though, as the Marines do arrive. The Zealot gets low, and MAXPAX is back up. Hellion on the other side, of course, takes 3 shots to kill a probe, and, well, Byun is targeting down probes that are not lined up. So he's going to get a single probe. He's going to scout that, yes, there are probes in the natural. That is just about it. Behind this, Robo is on the way. 3rd gateway as well. So MAXPAX, at the very least, he is on the more aggressive end of build order options in this series, or in this game. But honestly, it makes a lot of sense, right? You have 2 games to give before it goes to series point. You get aggressive. Maybe you can get a cheap win. Maybe you can go to bed because it is, what, 3 a.m. I think in Denmark right now? 3:30 in the morning, or 3:10 in the morning, something like that. So maybe MAXPAX is, I guess, ideally not going to go until 5 in the morning. It is a little bit late here. As the bio is going to move forward, get a couple probes. MAXPAX, well, targets it down enough. Well, not enough, but the Widowmine, the Medevac gets a little low. But third base on the way from MAXPAX. So while he did get that 3rd gateway, and he did get a Robo, it was not for a super aggressive option. It's just, you know, keep himself safe, and that's what 3-gate has really turned into for them, or 3-gate blink has really turned into for the most part. Which means this game is actually going to be very stable for the next about 2.5, 3 minutes. Byun still probably going to go for that 3-1-1 +1 stim combat shield timing. That's not for another 2.5 minutes. MAXPAX is going to put some pressure on, but because he's not built a Warp Prism, you're just going to have these 7 Stalkers. And the Observer is going to allow him to blink on the high ground, but he's not buying more. In fact, there's only 4 Stalkers on the other side of the map. This Raven, though, is getting very low. MAXPAX, you gonna blink after it? Raven, one more shot, but no, not quite. Low, not dead. So Stalkers blink at the main base. They deny a reactor, but gotta get the hell out of here because tanks and Marines in significant numbers, well, they're spooky. The Observer, though, will be able to escape. And folks, I think we need to nerf Observers. The fact that they can sometimes get out of scans is just too frustrating for Terrans, and that's unacceptable. Storm on the way, though, for MAXPAX. He gets charged as well. So it's going to be the charge lot Storm. Just heavy gateway units, not as much tech as the Marines. They drop off the high ground. Stalker targeting down the medevac. It will die, and that means there's no timer on this army. But oh, Raven dropping double auto turret. It will die, and not a lot of probes die as well. But Byun, he's got another thing going. This Marine in the main base needs to be dealt with. It kind of represents infinite damage otherwise. It will. Getting 4 workers. Auto turret to the natural now done, but 2 tanks, a bunch of Marines. Stim is not done, though. It's in 13 seconds. Well, the tanks are going to try to do what they can, obliterating a single Stalker. Zell is now getting on top of the tanks. One is dead. Second one going down even before Storm is there, and now it's Shield Battery Rift Charge. I mean, this is just not working for Byun. He got 4 pros, but at what cost? I don't think that was, well, put it this way. If I was a bank and Byun was asking me for investments based off that expenditure, I wouldn't do it. I would require extreme interest because I would not believe in the long-term viability of something that costs that much for that much gain. War Prism now on the way. Of course, War Prism now is going to be 4 High Templars because Storm is done. But MAXPAX's army, because he did go for the Storm opening, he doesn't have a lot of gateways just yet. All right, this Sim bio, this double drop, represents a lot of threat. It's only 4 Stalkers here. The probes just have to get pulled, and that is a heavy Artosis pylon that if I've ever seen one. All the majority of the production here that MAXPAX has is all gone. What do we have in that War Prism? Well, 3 High Templars and a random Zealot. Generally, it's 4 High Templars in that, but for now, MAXPAX takes 5 workers, loses 5 workers. Doesn't really go much beyond there. Lacking the production's annoying, but he should be okay for the most part. As now there are 4, or the Zealots out of the War Prism. The High Templar are in, so they do represent that value as Byun moving north side. He still is up about 20 army supply. All right, which can be evaporated very quickly indeed. Flanking Storm's going to look to move in. Zealots, they got to run backwards though. Storm there on the Widow Mines. It takes 2 to kill him though, and there we're going to see 1. Well, unfortunate. Runs forward, tries to kill it, does not have enough. So Byun now dropping both into the natural and the third base. He's looking to split MAXPAX apart because, again, when you go for the style, normally heavy gateway style says, yeah, you have a lot of army, but the Storm expenditure is so much that it is, the supply can really start to plummet rather quickly, as we're seeing here. Byun, despite losing Medivacs and despite losing parts of those drops, he is still up 30 army supply, up 20 army supply, and the upgrades for MAXPAX are not where they need to be just yet. He's only on 59 probes, Byun at 68. And it feels like MAXPAX is just starting to get paper cut. Out and out and out and out. By slow exsanguination. It feels like MAXPAX is just starting to fall down in this game, as the drop is again going to find value. A couple Stalkers warp in, but to their doom. It's +1 bio versus +0 Stalkers. And you target the Stalkers down means the Medivac can get out, but MAXPAX going to try to move in here. Maybe some Storms can make the difference here. Widowmine shot. Oh, it's juicy. Maybe if you get some Storms. There's 1 ghost in this army, and that Storm is going to woefully whiff, but there's still more where that came from. MAXPAX got to run, though. Got to hide. He does not feel strong enough here. Going to rotate backwards, though. Storm on top of the army. We're looking for it. Number 2 is nice, but if you don't kill the army, you don't kill the army. So MAXPAX now mining off 4 bases. He's up 1 worker on Byun, which is not great, especially considering Byun's 4th base is on the way. He's adding a tech now. He's moving into Robo Bay. Or he's adding on those Colossus. But he's not just there, not just yet. It's only single Robo anyways. So he's not going to be able to pump out, say, 4 Colossus and have the army that kind of counters what Byun has. So Byun on the map once again, looking to establish that agency. A couple of Vikings just to zone out the War Prism, denying those Storms, but now, well, we're going to see the army move forward. Storm number, oh, we get the War Prism. Oh, that's a problem. MAXPAX is just dead. There we go, GG. Byun, he's got a second map. Does this go to game 7 now? Cosmic is a big map. In fact, it is, okay, so Data Sea is probably the biggest map in the pool. I think it is the biggest map in the pool. And it plays big. Cosmic kind of plays big in a different way, though, as we see the macro axe coming in from Byun in this game, as it feels like Byun, now that certainly he has that blade hanging above his neck, say, hey, if you make a mistake big enough, you will just lose the series right now. MAXPAX took 3 in a row. He has enough of the monkey off his back now. Maybe the blade is inched up a little bit. where he feels safe doing things that maybe are a little bit more... I can't even say it's uncommon. This is the build we saw like every single game during Katowice. But even still. So for now, Reaper scouts around, just trying to catch the probe, but he's gonna find it. Okay, so now the probe is dead. Scouting its utility for MAXPAX has been removed somewhat significantly, but also MAXPAX knows, okay, yeah, it was a little bit spooky, the factor in the wall, but I mean, he knows what's up. So the barracks is already back in the main base. The Reaper really finds its way across the map at a pretty reasonable time, all things considered, and the game goes on. The powerful play goes on, and you may contribute a verse, or however the rest of that poem goes. Reaper into the main base, looking to see what it can find with the shield battery here. I mean, shield battery is actually kind of positioned rather inefficiently. As we take a look at this, and it only covers the leftmost 3/4 of the minimum line, not quite all of it. Which means a Banshee running in or something would be somewhat spooky, but it'll serve, especially if you're just kind of worried about Reaper pressure or something. And MAXPAX opting to change things back up once again. The two maps he's lost have been blink openings. So moving back into that Stargate play is, well, he hopes going to prove fruitful for him. We're going to have to see how that's going to work, but, well, wouldn't surprise me. He looked very good with that Phoenix play. Phoenix runs forward with the cyclo here. It's not going to get all that much. Oh, one of my neighbors is grilling on a charcoal grill, so I have a fan that I don't have AC in this apartment. I normally don't need to, but I have a fan that's blowing air in from the cool night air. This is very nice out, and I smell the charcoal grill coming in, and I've already had dinner, but makes me hungry again. I want it. Ooh. You want to send me some of that smoked salmon? But 3 Cyclones, a bunch of Marines. This is how Byun tried to break MAXPAX the last time he went Phoenix play. It didn't quite work. It got damage, but not enough. But there's just not a lot here. The Stalkers are going to get locked onto, but shield battery is good enough for now. Phoenix now running back home. Immortal is on the way, so there's going to be a little bit stronger of a hold as the shield battery runs even further forward. That's the goal, by the way, for Byun, if he wants to find value, is to knock down the pylons and the shield batteries if he wants this push to work. But with 2 pylons and 2 shield batteries, there's no one single target that he can punish. Now the Phoenix on the other side of the map. You're getting a couple SCVs punishing Byun for having the sheer gall to exist on the map. He says, no, Byun, you are on the other side, and Cosmic Sapphire is a big map. Takes a while to rotate back and forth. I mean, third to third is not incredibly long, but natural to natural certainly is. So MAXPAX, once he was confident in his hold, sent the Phoenix across and, no, punished Byun for existing. Are you doing a cold smoke or a hot smoke, GMO? Oh, look at that. The Raven will go down. Now, there's just too much anti-air. I don't know that I agree with that. He lifted up both Cyclones and then dropped them, but there was not a lot of anti-air there. Now Byun active on the map once again. Good lock-ons on the Phoenix, but with the Stalkers and the Immortals, I mean, this is not an army that Byun fights super well. In fact, MAXPAX, he's just doubling the army supply all of a sudden. He's got his third base on the way, but this is a scary push coming out from the Danish sensation. And really, we can chalk it down to the fact that MAXPAX, well, he got good value with the Phoenix play. You know, he got 7 SCVs, he got the Raven, but more importantly, he took no damage from the move out of Byun. So now, the Stalkers, the Immortals, everything that MAXPAX has given it to early, they're going to find their way into the Natural. There is no solid defensive tool here. You got Cyclone, sure, but the Phoenix can just lift them up and drop them. In fact, those force fields are fantastic. They're going to get all 3 Cyclones. SCVs are going to have to get lifted here as the command center is lifted as well. And MAXPAX just kills them. he was toying with them. He said, yeah, Byun, you can have 2 games. And, well, that's fine. Because once we get onto a map that is... Actually, this was Byun's map. This was on West. Once we get onto a map that maybe I like a little more, you're dead.